Okie dokie.
Damn.
Alrighty. Black Tabby Games. Black Tabby Games? What the hell? I don't think tabby cats can be black. I thought tabby cats were the orange ones.
Tabby cats or whatever. Tabby cats are a mindset, alright?
I'm using Google. No, this is bothering me. What defines a tabby cat? A tabby cat is a domestic cat with a distinctive coat pattern and an M marking on its forehead. Oh, it has to do with the coat, not the color.
There can be a black tabby cat, so you're just wrong.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you're just racist.
Whatever horrors you may find in in these dark spaces, have a heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I'm gonna give her the look. Preferences, skip, nothing, quick menu, visible, blink and CTC, sure, boil effect, parallax effect, flickering images, auto advanced tech, nah, okay.
Vive la revolution!
Oh, subtitle languages. English. Alright. Slay the Princess, the pristine cut. New game. Chapter 1. The hero, in quotes, and the princess, in quotes.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh, there's a princess in a basement in a cabin at the end of a path in the woods? That's kind of horrible.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, but how, Mr. Narrator? Explorer, the end of the world? What are you talking about? Explorer, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explorer, killing the princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Explorer, can't someone else do this? Explorer, forget it, I'm not doing this. Explorer, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to kill off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. We're going to do the top one.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
That's a shame.
You have to put an end to her.
Okay. Why? How can she do that? If you don't tell me, I'm not doing it. Do you have any evidence? That's a great one. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Okay. Have you considered that she's going... And then it's okay. How can she do that?
Magic missile! Magic missile! Lightning
bolt! You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'm a very inquisitive person. Because she's locked up?
Appreciate the mental exercise we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Causality doesn't matter here. because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point.
Okay, so if she
If the
leaves the
princess
cabin,
leaves
so why
the
don't we just,
cabin,
like, you know, barricade the cabin to make it harder for her to
there
leave?
is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Hey.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a
Vive la
princess that much
revolution.
worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is better to kill a princess because at least the seamstress would do something. But yeah, like, can't someone else do this?
If only that were the case. But
Oh, Swag's gone.
I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
That's strange.
Like I said, I don't make the rules. No matter how much I wish I did.
Do I get some sort of reward for
Yes,
doing this?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I highly doubt that. My imagination can run wild. Can run loops around you. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say, then she is. Then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, so tell me what to do. I am going to
Then I guess
talk to
we'll
her.
just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words,
Listen,
the harder
the
it
answer
will
is
be
to just...
pull yourself
Oh,
up.
if I turn my controller, I move the... Ooh.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
It's a very nice-looking
You're
cabin.
gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, we are a hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Proceed to the tow line.
The interior of the cabin is almost
There's
entirely
a dagger.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The
Ooh.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Explore, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
Oof.
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Air is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her voice
Jesus.
carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Escalation.
Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
I don't feel like it.
You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock
Ooh,
eyes with the
there's
princess.
a heavy chain on her
There's
wrist.
a heavy chain around her
Should have been
wrist,
two.
binding her
She
to
broke the
far
other one.
wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Well, what if I
You
don't
were
want to?
kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah. How'd you even think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to hold on to my knife.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Thank you, hero. I'm gonna tighten the grip though.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten
You
your
do
grip
not.
on the blade.
You are not in charge here.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
A little.
Because
I
you
mean,
should be.
there's a lot of reasons why I should be scared of you.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Ooh.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
You're not wrong.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
You're very cocky. I'm not dropping the blade.
And I'm not talking to you.
Then I guess we're at an
I
impasse.
guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll just slay the
Doubt,
princess.
unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Ooh.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needs
Jesus.
to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you.
I mean, we
you
can
and the
just back
princess
up.
on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first.
Why do I have
bone-crushing
claws? We see that, right? Right side. Claws. Weird.
hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out
God,
of
she's
here
got some
alive,
fucking nasty
but you can
cuts.
at least make sure that she won't make it out of here. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't
Yeah,
do
we
a
have
friend
just
in
a
herself,
clawed hand.
internal
Wacky.
bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Nice.
Oh,
Haha.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Got her.
this was fun.
That's
The
strange.
princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
I mean, like, yes, but definitely not, considering we just started, and this game is like 7 or 8 hours long.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Woo! History. That's a save. And that's the settings. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods.
Hey, we've been
At the
here
end of that
before.
path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Not really.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear
Voice
us.
of the stubborn.
The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing
Those are two
anything?
very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's
We did
strange.
our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't
Yeah.
you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. I
Nuh-uh.
believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your
It is a
actions
dangerous
last time around
assumption.
didn't have any consequences.
That is a very dangerous assumption.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself?
Ooh,
Or
yeah,
instead
you got
transport
us
to
there.
a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Ow.
I couldn't
Oh,
agree more.
shit.
The cabin.
Okay. What do you mean? Of course there wasn't any consequences. We killed the... Oh, sorry. Had you failed to say what would happen to... enough of the talking. We've got a voice to win. Nothing else matters. Thank you, voice of the stubborn. The cabin... I couldn't agree more. The cabin in your destined competition with the princess awaits. Let's talk about this princess. We killed each other last time around. I gotta make sure that doesn't happen again.
If she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed triangle. All she did last time around was beat me to death. How could someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Of course I am.
Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep
Shut up,
asking
stubborn
questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on.
Thank you, hero.
Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Who locked her in this basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Okay, but which people? If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Yeah, because
You're
I'm
the
not quite
only
human.
person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I don't.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because we lost a bet.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better. Great.
That's all.
If you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the tow line.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you
That's
from
new.
slaying
You should have
her.
said that before.
Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle
Yeah,
of
you
a
can. It's
fight.
called fainting,
Are you
dipshit.
sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal.
Okay.
Let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin. We're just gonna kill her this time.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
That's
Its
new.
cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note
It was
is
a
black
real
iron
cabin last
altar
time.
with a pristine blade.
Why is it all
perched on its
stone
edge.
on the inside?
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the
Because
wall.
there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods.
Shut up.
Who cares if there's a mirror?
I care about whether I'm being lied to. I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
It's a great question. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't.
Everything else is the same. The blade is the same. And the ideas are the same.
Focus up. The world is depending on you.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was there a second ago. And now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get tough.
I agree. Explore. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement. Manny, how's it going? We already killed. Okay, that's just way different.
Revealing a rough stone staircase.
No, I'm not.
Its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
This is very different.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger?
Slaying hard or hardly slaying?
It's been
Right now
ages
it's
since I've
hardly
had a good
slaying.
fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her
Yeah.
voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Shut
As
up.
much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have
Yes, yes, we're here to kill her.
As you descend the final
She's a
step,
demon
the
now?
form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that
Uh,
death doesn't
I-
stop for either of us.
I would rather you be ominously vague. I played it before, but I'd rather you be ominously vague. It's funnier that way.
And you brought your little knife, too.
Yes, yes. We're gonna
I'm
stick
going
it
to have
into each
fun
other.
breaking you into little pieces.
That's frightening. Oh, you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but the last time definitely happened. You look different, so you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Turn around and leave. We're gonna say that one.
Fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I
All the
don't
voices in
remember
my
what
head
happened
remember last time. It's just you, jackass.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
That's fair. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Yeah, so you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
They call me the 3-minute champ.
Why don't we do it again?
You want me to stick it in again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us... Yeah, that one.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
3-minute chump. 3-pump
Don't
chump.
you get it? We've been given free reign to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Attack the princess. Yeah, we'll attack the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the whetstone floor of the basement and catapult
Demon
yourself
princess.
headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
She definitely will insta-kill us if she hits us.
We'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, you're drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her
Jesus.
expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because we suck.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
Cannot disagree
You
there.
need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but probably means she's...
That is not what that means at all.
Take it slow. Think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Let's bait an opening and outmaneuver her, or strike at her heart head
Push
on.
yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. Do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up.
Considering she could snap all our ribs in one punch, we can't really fucking overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing.
You don't own shit. You're just a demon. You're a monster.
And I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your
Oh
head.
god, all her cuts are gone.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of
Hello, hello,
your skull,
Rondo.
the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything
Yes.
goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle. A lot of chapters.
You're on a path in the woods.
There's no woods, we're in a
So
class.
damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive.
Voice of the hunted.
Died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
Would you two shut up?
But that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
I'm doing okay. How are you, Rando?
You're not challenging us on all the looping. Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long.
Ugh,
Let's get to the cabin.
I hate
See,
panicky
it's good to
people.
know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
there are 4 people that you are talking to. There's the hunted, there's the stubborn, and there's the hero. And then there's
We
me.
have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked about enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence is poured out into the world. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Done with this. Bye. Yeah, well, the top one.
Many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too?
I mean, yeah, it's good to see that you're good.
It's not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, means something's gone horribly wrong.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers in the cabin, we might as well see this through. Yeah, the top
Chooser,
one.
the best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us. These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the top answer.
It isn't long before you find yourself...
Okay, yeah, it's just not woods
staring
anymore.
up the hill at the cabin. Hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
Yeah, I imagine a lot has happened. I've seen a lot of things.
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
Yep.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us as something to chase.
To you, at least? What happened to you? Proceed to the tow line.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel
Well,
than a
that's
building.
new.
Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but
There's
to
a
press
mirror.
forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge.
That fucking mirror is back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. The only
Unfortunately, I
space-
have to agree with him, yeah.
Take it.
You never mentioned the mirror.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
Some odds and a different server just sold you to someone. What?
Use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already.
Jesus.
The worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Explore, take the braid.
You take
Turns
the
out it was a
blade
girl.
from the altar. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you?
It's not a bit. There's no fucking. It's a mirror.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
You're so gross. Why are you smelling it? Let's
You feel
smash
your
it.
fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping
Ugh.
against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to...
You tried to flirt and it worked, but then I just turned out to be a femboy and then left me.
Careful effort.
I'd be so happy if it was if everything except that last one happened. But also I wouldn't give a shit.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice,
Yep.
bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time?
Go to her.
Yeah.
Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
I'll fight. How about you come and get one? I know you can get out of there on your own. If she was a femboy, she was really rude about it. That's fair. Which reminds me, I need to move the position of that to center left because I need to fucking be able to see. I think you can get out of here on the own.
I don't want to be a monster chasing you down. I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Stop whispering.
You've nowhere to go but down.
She gave you a bunch of roles like loser and unfunny. That's
So, lowering yourself foot
That's
by
terrible. It's kind of funny, but that's terrible. I'm sorry.
There is solid ground
Like,
beneath you.
it's a little bit funny. That sucks.
Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her.
At least you're free. That's true.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The
Jesus
princess,
Christ.
imposing and tightly muscled.
She's more demonic than last time. She's actually kind of draconic, more so than demonic.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
I gotta agree with him.
We live.
I gotta agree with...
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're going to do this right, you can't be scared. You need
God,
to
she
watch
really
this
wants me
just as I
to
do.
stick my knife in her.
So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's talk about it first. We can always fight when we're done, but I have a question. I want to know what happened after he killed me.
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm
I would
sick
stick
of you
my knife in
standing
her,
just out
yeah.
of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess
Yikes.
is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do. Instead,
But the hunted was correct. The voice of the
place
hunted
her
was correct.
fingertips in her rapid pursuit.
There was definitely no chance in hell we were going to win that fight down there.
Go. I will follow.
Good.
Good.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel. The cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
Kick her off. That is a good
What
choice.
is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you?
Yeah, you're
be the
a
same?
spotter her down the ledge. That's a good point. Yeah, you know what you are. You're a fucking weirdo. You're a freak.
Little bird, where do you think you're going?
Outside.
We're almost, don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path.
Outside.
If you waver once, it's all over.
I don't know why you
So
laughed at
get
that, but
it
okay.
right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space?
Oh, I'm taking up space in your head?
Then show me. Show me that you've been.
Hey, if you like
working
muscle
hard to
mommies,
take
I guess
out my head.
then this is the perfect game for you.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
That's... Isn't it normally that I move my body? Let's just slay the princess.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Yeah.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now.
I agree
As
with
the
that.
princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Hell yeah.
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed.
But hey, we're getting her better than she's gotten us so far.
A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we? You just might. But don't let it get to your head.
Don't let it get
Not
to your
till it's
head.
over.
Not until it's over. I mean, wrong, your body doesn't move you. You are a brain controlling a skeleton mech wearing meat armor. Yeah, your body doesn't move you. You move your body with your electrical signals hitting your muscles.
Yes, finally. This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end.
Is
Both
it?
of us fighting and bleeding each other to death.
We probably could have been friends instead of this.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing
Nice.
down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you.
You don't think
lets
you'd smash
sink the
anymore?
blade deep,
That's fair.
trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing. These blows are
Bit too much
nothing
muscle?
to us. But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill
Nice. We won.
you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong.
We won.
And then what happens?
Why are hands crawling out of her back and... Ew! 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 Brother, ew! But you don't have the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and what's left something else in her place. It's a mirror!
Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
Imagine dying couldn't be me. You're so right.
Where's that mirror again? Why is it here? Why now?
So I don't know where she went, and I don't even know how we go about looking for her. Explorer. The narrator is gone. Explorer. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
I think so. Also, the other two voices are gone. No, there
We're
it is.
still here. The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I was really hoping they were both gone. I don't know where she went. I don't even know how we go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Fucking mirror. I've lived for 50
like
billion
it's
years.
mocking us.
Rip Bozo. Me personally, I've lived for like 7 minutes.
Let's just stay still.
Every now and then during stream, I'll just die and then be reborn. Because dying is gay. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I shouldn't.
Thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Well, have you got any better ideas, jackass?
You don't do this.
I never scared you
It's
before.
different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
I don't get it. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. It's you. Ew, I've got like wings. I'm like a bird thing. Okay. Interesting. I forgot that's what I look like. You are alone in the place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Oh, hey, there's the princess. Approach her.
Something
Brother,
finds
ew.
me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
That does not answer my question. Stab her again. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network.
Oh,
Wish to
so you're...
be more.
I don't know how this works already, but like, you know. Oh, so you're just fucking, you know, the human consciousness. Or, well, you're a burgeoning consciousness, to be specific. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
No.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
What did you mean by the gift of a fragile vessel? Ah.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Ah, I see. You want to use our
There was
body.
a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She would make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
Interesting. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
It can be ending. She went from "I'm going to kill you" to "we can talk peacefully." I don't think it's the princess is the thing. I think it's something else. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me
I
here?
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Yep. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other?
I know only that they are.
That's fair. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the prince? I think she's breaking the fourth wall. Yeah. Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Of course it matters where one thing begins. You can cut out a rot if it begins in one place and ends in another place. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Wacky. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed.
That seems about fair.
This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Yeah.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
It looks like it hurts. It's a lot of arms. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
The reason why the princess can destroy the world is because everybody thinks she can destroy the world. That's it. That's the answer to the whole riddle.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
That's just bullshit. How much will I forget?
Until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Fair enough. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before.
Remember an important quote from Garfield. I know where you live. I got a better quote from Garfield. Man, I hate Mondays.
What textures will you leave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world?
I'd like to be a person.
An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
Good thing it's not a Monday. Oh wait, it is Monday.
You'll always come back to the
Nah,
box.
yesterday was Monday.
Because you'll always want
Today's
to know
Tuesday.
what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Okay. Continue. I like that
I
one.
see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Checking your calendar for a second to see if it was Monday.
You will.
Tell you. Fair enough. Everything goes dark and you die. A burning heart. Bring the eye of the needle to her. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess. Whoa, we're restarting? The real Slay the Princess starts here, trophy. You'll know it when you see it.
At the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay.
You're here to slay.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting R1 on your controller. Okay. Forget it, I'm not doing this.
No, you have to do it. Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very...
What if I'm very evil? What if I'm a very, very evil person?
Right?
Hi, Colin. How are you, Colin? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. How are you, Colin?
Way up the short. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore.
Proceed to the tow line.
The interior of the blade.
Yada yada. We're just gonna go into the basement. We don't need it. You've been better? That sucks. Hope you feel better
The
soon.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you.
Kinda sick right now? Hi, just checking in you. I'm here to save you. Lie. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. You know what? We're gonna do this one.
Do I have to tell you how...
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You're not gonna like that face.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused.
Check the image you sent in general? Okay.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Not that long. Touch grass? No, I will not do either of those things. Rando, you sicken me.
Got something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Yeah, it's Slay the Princess. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
No.
Okay,
Most people have
that's
a name, but
weird.
not everyone.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with
That's
the
actually
princess.
super relevant. How is she alive?
That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
At least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm sorry, I just can't trust you. This is an add up, and it isn't worth the risk to rake your word over the potential fate of the world. Okay. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right, but I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for... No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I still have a few more questions before we can
There's
leave.
going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't actually
In this
know
form,
what that
princess
reason
is a smash.
You don't
You're
just
just...
stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need.
I agree with Colin. Bro, what? Bro, war? What? I won't kill you, but I can't set you free. At least for a little bit, while we get to know each other. We can decide what to do. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Let's do this
Only
one.
making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
We're a hero.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to...
You're gonna get beat up again. Oh, yeah, definitely. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other deals? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's lying around the top. Maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Alright.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the
What does
outside.
this do? What does what do? Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier
Is that...
if you'd just taken the blade.
What the hell is
like you
that?
were
It's like
supposed to.
kanji, but weird.
Easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight
Yep.
panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Oh,
to
Jesus
raise her
Christ.
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay.
She rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind you.
We had the ending where we try to slay the princess before, but I will do the proper slay the princess ending in a bit.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. We're doing the save the princess ending.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's
God, why did you do that,
the unyielding
crazy lady?
binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of
Ugh.
her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the
That's
whole ordeal.
nightmarish.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
You got blood on your
from the
lips.
wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
You probably should hold that arm so that it doesn't
How
bleed
is
out.
she still smiling after everything?
I think she's just happy to be free because we failed. We failed our mission. She's gonna kill us now.
Now let's get out
Not
of
really,
here.
but you know.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Kill that creature. We can do that ending
As the
next.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess, slay the princess. We're going to the bottom. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you.
Your body lunges for it, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against
Thank
the wall
you.
before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess, 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 resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yes.
He nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is
Yikes.
But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no.
Now she stabs
I'm so
us.
sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her
Yep.
sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The
So
two of you
nice.
have literally doomed
Yep.
everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest
Again and again and again. Jesus, kid, hit the heart, my God.
Inch.
Granted, you probably don't know where my heart is, considering I'm not a person.
I'm sorry.
Yikes.
She doesn't know
It's
how
a
to
lot of
use a
blood.
knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound.
Stab wound is a stab wound.
Before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Yikes.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse
Ooh,
to
you
the
stabbed me a
floor,
lot of
blood
times, girly.
pooling
That
around you,
was
your limbs
ridiculous.
unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
At least she was nice, yeah. Especially considering last time she tried to murder us because, you know, we fought her once.
Can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made
But
a
hey,
choice.
this leads to a change in the next timeline.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her.
Yep. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Has this already happened? Okay, no, but I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you're a bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your
My
tricks.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then... Yes, he didn't approve
Voice
of
of the
us last
smitten.
time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved...
We're not
we'll have to be
beloved.
sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love.
The-
And the four of us will be foiled.
Yeah, I guess that would
by
be
the
princess
outlaw
plus me.
assassins, the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Yeah.
You died last time. You were the one. Well, not you.
Yeah, it did us
in
in
sense,
the-
but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess.
There are more princesses in the world.
I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense.
Yeah, we're not going to be listening to the smitten specifically.
Anyway, I believe your second question, which you
Yeah.
mean, of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us. Yes, but in this
AFK
purely
right quick. Yep.
hypothetical scenario, if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you...
Okay, dude, shut up, Smitten. You are ridiculous.
Convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from this cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off.
Would
her
you
feet.
cut it
It's
off?
the last
Cut it out.
thing anyone does. These, I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's talk about this princess.
She just can.
Yeah.
Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to try.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Definitely not.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
We locked her in that basement. What is this place?
Locked her in that. I've told
Why
you
aren't you telling
everything
me?
you know. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. Look. Oh, of course.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want
I
is
am
for you
going
and I
to
be friends.
skip ones that we've already seen.
I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world. Great.
That's all.
Now, if you don't...
Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the tow line.
Before you go any further, she will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
I think he plays a goblin. No, we're like this weird bird guy.
Her beauty is
It's
the
really-
only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been.
We have
over
wings,
this.
we have
Pretty sure he dislikes
talons.
the sound of his own voice.
We have a beak, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong.
But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Gobbling on these nuts.
Sure,
Yeah.
your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah, everybody needs to agree that the voice of the fucking smitten needs to shut up.
On the task ahead.
Proceed to the tow line.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh, this is
clean and
fancy.
elegant. Its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note
I agree
is a
that he should
ornate
shut up.
wooden table
Thank you.
with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your...
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next... What are you talking about? This isn't a...
We'll be. Oh, that's just slightly different.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin. There was a mirror.
Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay. And to the basement. No blade.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Well, that's
revealing a
fancy.
ornate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Yeah, we are a bird thing.
Almost seems
Weirdly enough.
welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful.
Would
than
you
last
shut up?
time. I can hear wedding bells already.
God, I
Felt
hate
my
you.
tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far.
Yeah, we
Even
barely
with the
know her.
princess,
We can learn
still
about her
get
later.
by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all...
She also ripped her hand off. I feel like we're forgetting about that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Oh, her dress is fancier than last time.
Binding her to the far wall.
So's her crown.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust.
She can't hear you,
foul
thankfully enough.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
really it does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is...
Yeah, no, we've done this before. We've done this song and dance. This would be the 5th time.
That's right, villain.
Although the characters don't remember. I remember.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain
Please kill the Smith and make him shut the fuck up. We will find a way to kill him.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but What's done is
I don't have the blade again
what
for a good
matters
reason.
is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure
We have no
want to
proof.
rescue
Hero, voice of the hero, come on. Think for a second. We have literally no proof. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? Did you end the world after you... I'm so sorry, but the narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. We are gonna say, what happened after I died?
And now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world?
Colin can't talk in Twitch FSR.
Isn't that just like
Why is she so
darling
interested
princess?
in making
She
us
wants to
happy?
make
That
us
makes me
happy.
unnerved.
My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
That's not a confession of anything. No, I don't want the world to end.
Didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Would you shut up?
Not so sure.
I didn't bring a knife. I'm gonna explain what the heck happened.
Me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You are...
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent.
Yeah, not even an almost, an
Almost
extremely unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't.
Possibly.
There's no one else like him.
Not you,
I
dipshit.
think he's right, because
Him.
I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
That's...
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are?
Ugh.
We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Yeah.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she...
Yeah, no, thank you.
Any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
That's incredibly weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time?
That's
our
weird.
stoic
That's
style.
insane.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I don't want to slay her. Yeah, it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved.
I can't
and she
argue
made the choice
either
to
way.
Free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I agree with the narrator, but let's just do this.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah, exactly.
What if you had a weapon?
Rescue her, we might get the good ending or something. The ending... The only way to get the ending is to get all the endings.
On my watch, villain.
That's how you get
My
the
passions
real
contain
ending.
Titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life.
And the way you get all the different endings is by making different choices. So, for example, right now we're doing the Save the Princess ending. We could also, if we had brought the knife down this time, the narrator would have killed her this time. And we get a different third chapter than what we're going to get because we didn't bring the knife down. Does that make sense? It's hard to explain. There's also an ending for leaving, like on certain times. So we're just going to have to do a lot of work.
You wouldn't.
I would.
would.
Yeah, I
I'd
fucking
listen
know.
to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Ow!
And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
It's like, get a snack at 3 a.m. Yeah. Wow, it really does slide over her wrist. That's ridiculous.
From her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
That should not have worked.
I'll be damned.
You're back?
We're
Good for
doomed.
you, Colin.
I can't believe it. I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of
I'm glad it's sent. You're very excited about that.
I'm free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Ugh. Yeah, I agree with the narrator.
You had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know.
That's really sad.
You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just
That's really sad.
What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual...
To be fair, we have no evidence of any truth, period.
I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, let's leave.
Sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping from your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for
The princess would not look like that if she was locked up in a cage for a year and then it cuts off there. Because unfortunately, no matter where I put... Let me see if there's a... Position... Let's put that top right. It works best. To be honest, she tried to end the world only when we tried to kill her. She didn't even try to end the world. Like, she just did shit. Year or what, or W. Or 2. Oh. We don't need the world for that.
You do, actually.
I agree with the narrator. We really do.
But the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I agree.
You'll mope about it, because moping is the only recourse
You are a child.
Have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand.
I think she does have to be that happy about it. To be fair, she's like, you know, stuck in a cage for fucking God knows how long.
What happens after we walk up the stairs? Isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Yes, we are a bird of some variety. You're an asshole.
Move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's
Yep.
right. It isn't fair. But
Birdman.
unfairness is
Freaky
the world.
Birdman, by the way. Like, actually unnerving looking Birdman.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand.
Bird
Our
creature.
passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional
I'm not going
voice.
along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm going along with the every whim of my delusional voices in my head. From Rick and Morty?
Ride at this point.
What what's for Rick and Morty? God damn it, I forgot that's... let me put that bottom right, not top right. Okay. Do you think we can open it? I don't know, maybe, probably. I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. You think you can open it?
I don't know. Do you think I can?
I don't remember.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
To be frank, yeah, no. As far as I'm aware, her abilities work based on what you believe she can do. I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle and lock clicks,
It works.
and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Bird person. Oh, yeah, from Rick and Morty.
I told you she couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
no, as far as I'm aware, her abilities work on perception. If you genuinely think she can do something, she can do it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Oh god, the knife.
The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're
Not doing
enjoying
that.
this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Yes, sir.
Hate you.
Good.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works.
Well, then how does it work?
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop it with these interruptions. I already made up my mind. We're leaving. Narrator shut up before she was able to end the word. Just ignore them.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes,
Yep.
I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, open the door to the cabin, and then you step out.
And look at that. Everything's okay.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Shut up was censored for you, lol. That's hilarious. Also, you see that stuff creeping in from the edges?
Where did everything go?
I don't know.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed.
Shut up, Smitten. Jesus, you fucking...
Cole, is being happy
Yeah, this is what happens. She dies.
Oh, quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
That's not how that works. Ugh. Creepy-ass arm things. And the world is gone. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. No, the hand. Yeah, exactly.
Try and find her?
Let her back.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Of course you're
What
scared.
is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken
Shut up. You can die of a broken heart, but shut up. Approach the mirror. And then you get to see what we look like. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. It's us. The bloat. You've grown. Ew, you're right. We're bigger. We're ickier. We're also melting a little bit. Just a bit. But yeah, we're a weird, creepy bird thing. Ugh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Hello again.
Lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah, you're two instead of one.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Thank you. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you
Is
changed?
a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Yep. Everything you say is feel like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need
Hand
to
person,
ask me
yep.
questions.
This is, if you've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this is, yeah, you can have a broken heart. And I'm going to grab into the Smitten's chest and crush his heart if he doesn't. He's dead, by the way. He died just now. Like, he's dead. Anyhow, this is Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. His wet dream. That's this. Also, fuck you. If you don't like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. Fuck you. Nobody says
The
that.
vessels
It's
you
your
choose to
fault.
bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this? Polgueros.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is done, all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was.
Yeah, no shit. You can't be what you were because you are what you are. That's dumb. Fuck you. Can't get me with these time nonsense. I get it. You are what you are. You are not what you were.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
You can guess.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You want to know the best way to know me? uncover your eyes. You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you.
Nope.
Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
That's possible, albeit not plausible. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I need.
Thank you. See? Kindness is free. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers.
Yeah.
And every perspective
Do you have a
illuminates my
preference?
shadows and shares new secrets.
We did one of violence. We did one of, like, overbearing peace. I think we're going to do one of abandonment this time. Do you have any thoughts on this
one
vessel?
is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail.
God, I'm glad I'm a
perspective
complete
and
human
memory.
being already. This seems like a pain. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Cannot blame you there. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond.
So we are
My waters
nowhere
are
near
shallow
there.
and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time. I'm sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Attack the entity or destroy your body. I'll do that one. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space that your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face. Guys, C-A-A-N. What does that mean?
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
I'm ready to go back.
I long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Yep, Berduda. A gentle heart. Bring the damsel to her. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess, yada yada.
Path in the woods.
Twitch is so glitchy. Why did I send that? I don't know. Okay. We are going to turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go into the cabin and slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. Maybe I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Lie. I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna walk in the opposite direction, you know. Quietly continue down the pathway from the cabin. Lie.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yep.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That's strange.
What the fuck?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything
We're going to turn around at every opportunity.
Still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave
Really
again.
wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkable remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Clearly not. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
Yeah, well, you're fucking bald.
Last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Alright.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not
Piece of shit.
one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself.
You're literally turning me around. You have complete control over this. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Yep.
Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
And rip bozo. Bite me.
And here we go.
The fucking... The cabin's in front of me. In the woods.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
I want to leave.
In every direction.
Jesus, there's so many of the fucking things.
And a cabin. And not just a cabin. The cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately.
Bite me. Was that a Murder Drones reference? No, I've never seen. I've never even heard of Murder Drones. I just say bite me.
Wait, what's going on?
I've said that for a long time.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you. You're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility.
Goddamn right, I do care more about irritating you than about the fate of the world.
The fate of the world. You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain.
That is the main character's signature quote. That is strange.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
How do you know that? You're a part of those anyone. And you're part of the everyone. I'm not.
You're on a path.
What the fuck? Is that a fence or a wall?
You're here to...
Getting hasn't started happening. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
There's a wall.
Doesn't remember what happened then. I don't know. I think it's more
Voice of the contrarian.
we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
I hate you
By
too.
ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever? Then yes,
I do actually. No, I'd like the
plenty
contrarian.
of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go into the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost.
That's
Or,
stupid.
heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
That makes some amount of sense. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just gonna stay in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever. We're gonna lie.
I know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Damn.
Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go in.
There's walls.
She will lie. If we're stuck
Yep.
going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Yeah.
Not him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's
Yes.
keep an open mind.
Ah, fuck. I fucked up.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space.
Ugh.
It's all shifted.
Ugh.
Inch here, a foot
Right.
there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
That's icky.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table
Ugh.
is a pristine
This
blade.
is icky.
The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect. No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess.
Here's a question. How did Donkey from Shrek manage to get a dragon pregnant? The power of love?
You can't just say that when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart.
Okay.
You cannot lose yourself.
How big is his meat? Who? The donkey?
You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful...
I'm not going to think about that answer, Rando. I'm also going to ignore the stressful geometry.
If we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop
That is
doing
also
my
true.
job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Ah, God, I hate that you're right.
Obviously rigged. Accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
We are going to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Wipe the mirror clean, there's nothing there.
Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to
There's
see.
nothing to see. We're just going to keep growing. We will take the blade.
Okay, fine, you took the knife. You really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
We'll be
It really
idiots.
doesn't matter how you hold the blade.
That's not how you use a blade. That's not how you use any kind of knife. If you hold it like that, then you don't get enough fucking force. Keep your grip as it is or hold it. You know what? Let's hold the blade the other blade. The other way.
Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on.
I hate you guys. You're right, it does look a lot better. Okay, enter the basement. We're not gonna throw the fucking blade out the window. That's...
Revealing a web of branching
What the
staircases
fuck?
all built from unidentifiable
Rando,
materials.
what did you do?
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
You didn't do anything, liar.
Almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Use any of your magic on this? I don't know.
Simultaneously everything, and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't disagree.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello. Hi. Are you here to kill?
No,
thank you.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
You're so right, Contrarian. How could I disagree with you? Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, or take the soft stairs to the right. Let's just go center
You
first.
step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Ugh.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you've made a decision that took you someplace else.
That's ironic.
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that.
I would like to reach the bottom now.
Following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down,
Ugh.
or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Nope.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Pull ourselves together.
Vanish.
Ooh, everything's going lower and lower quality.
Things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey. A continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
And the world ends.
Assumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. But at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh, hello. Ew, your eyes are very creepy.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get
Shut
back
up.
to our old devilish ways. The princess. Eyes bright, but otherwise shrouded in darkness.
I don't like how her eyes keep, like, fucking shaking like that, or the window bars.
Don't forget why you're here. And, why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows
Not really.
recede,
Oh, hey, look.
revealing the princess's face. She's
Icky.
so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
Oh, there's a second one.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details.
To be fair, in this case, no, it doesn't matter because we didn't see any of this.
To me, like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Sort of. We determine what way the world grows and what way she changes based on our interactions with her. But because we didn't interact with her at all, yeah, things are going a little wacky.
We can make even more of her.
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. Do you need help?
There's a third.
Not that there's much I can do. I'm chained up like this, but I'm the only one down
Yep.
here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Start from the middle.
We'd always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you...
Yeah, what a crazy suggestion. I can't believe somebody did that.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it?
It's like everything we say just multiplies her.
Correct.
It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling.
What's your name? Getting down here is weird. Like I was getting pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? I love how you can choose all three at once. Getting you out of here for the kind one. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement or slay her. We are going to do that one. The one about not knowing what the fuck happened to us.
Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too.
Let's see what happens when we hit 5.
But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Yep. You're apparently a threat. And... Yep.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
I mean, right now, yes.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything.
Well, there's the evil one.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Let's start by stabbing the one that's very evil.
Overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
You are correct. And...
That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope.
Look, we just need a stabber.
Incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, not being to slay the princess, just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah. Ugh, she's melting.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same
You're
as
so
nothing,
right.
And nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves
Before it all
apart.
falls apart, not really. Kind of stuck itself but got together again.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Nope.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Ugh.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
For once, the contrarian isn't being contrived.
Surprisingly, since
But yeah, no, I also agree.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
They didn't.
It's a little
Until
late
they
for
did.
regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No, you just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. I'll do my best. The arms take her. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always
It
get
feels
scared.
so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
What I like was that we're the same as her. Every time we look into the mirror, all of our voices merge into us. We're building ourselves. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Approach the mirror. We become one. Gaze into your reflection. Silences reach forward. They're gone once again. The ear's voice makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. The decay. You've withered. Yeah. Yeah. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Yep.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Yep. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't
And yet
exist.
my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a
As
contradiction?
easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Just a bit. Makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant. I fucking...
small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps
I didn't
will
mean
be.
to press that button. Fuck.
But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Still planning to kill you once we're done with this. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? That is a great question.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I figured out what you'll want when we're finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
You have any preferences on how you'd like to grow or change or
Do
grow?
not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Still planning to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. A rich and vibrant heart. Bring the stranger to her. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path.
Okay. Silently continue. We're going to do the silent one. We're not going to say a word.
We're not going to go through with it.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the blade is...
Explore, take the
You
blade.
take the blade.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open.
What did Rando
revealing-
send? Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steel your nerves and step
You
forward.
step forward. Your grip on the blade.
Oh, no talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have,
We're not going to say a
you'll
word
have to get close enough to use
for this
it.
entire set.
So, you should just drop it. Best.
She's unarmed.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to
Goodness,
see your blade
wasn't that easy.
sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Log,
Should be.
I just regained this thing
She's
called
convinced
consciousness.
she'll die.
Cool.
Pretty uncomfortable, especially
Even as
since
she
I
lays there
think I'm
dying,
now sick.
She entirely believes
Go to bed then.
herself to
Lie
be
down.
alive and
I
well.
already did.
Go back to bed. Take some medication. Go back to bed.
She stopped breathing moments ago.
We're not going to talk at all for this room.
Her face. But is it over?
Oh.
You should check this. You should check the stream. Ah, no. Of course not. That was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the
Good night,
problem?
Colin. Sleep well. See ya.
I've been desperately dealing with
I
my
really
body
don't
to like
think you
fucking
should do
listen to
that.
Tyler
And why
albums
shouldn't
because
you?
one
Is
of
there
the
something you're not
fucking
telling
like
us?
teaser
Hang on.
songs has been infectiously stuck in my head.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced
Yep.
her heart.
He
There's no coming
cannot
back from
lie.
that.
Let's just
Yes,
get out of here.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill
We
someone.
killed someone.
Greater good or not,
What
something
did I
would be
just
very
hear?
wrong with you if you didn't feel at least
What?
a little bad.
I'm watching a video
It was for the
and I got
greater
an
good.
ad, so it went on
One
my
of these
phone.
days that will
And the
sink
first thing I
in
hear is
and help
splurge-worthy
ease your
videos.
conscience.
Nickel.
Jesus Christ.
What?
But that day isn't today.
What?
Let's just get out of
that?
here.
Oh my god.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return
I'm
to
gonna
a
have a
world
stroke.
saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Yep.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from. Don't
Yep.
worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for
This
saving the
isn't
world.
an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a
Fortnite
thing of the
universe, though.
past. No. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or
Fortnite
months,
weapon
or
power
years,
scale-
or even decades.
Scaling is so strange.
It's all a wonderful
Because I'm thinking about this
boring
now.
blur.
But like,
You've never been happy.
Fortnite weapons are either incredibly powerful or everyone is incredibly tuned down.
Okay. Cool.
Or maybe the weapons
We're not just,
just
gonna stay
adjust
here
to the
forever,
person's strength.
right?
I don't know.
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay. Maybe I'm not happy. I'm not even just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good. Because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade.
Definitely not.
We can use
Yep.
the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say.
We could also stay. We could
There's
also
only one
step
thing
into the
we
void.
can use
Just
that
step
blade
into
on.
nothing.
And I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
I
It wants
have
this
to agree with the
wonderful
voice.
place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, you know, kill us? Wouldn't we be
How
dead?
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Fucking shocker.
In a
Killing
sense,
ourselves would kill us.
But looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
You are correct.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Funny thing is, he's correct.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm never seen death everywhere to hell and anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just gonna stay at least for a while longer. That's the worst one.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Which wouldn't be much.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Eternity of bliss sounds so boring.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as
Goodness,
pristine
that's
as the day
also
you first
shocking.
met her.
Well, both of those things are shocking. First of all, I wouldn't have thought time passed at all here. So it's shocking that her body's decayed. Second of all, I wouldn't have thought that the blade would survive any decay.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
Show you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. That's fine.
Voice of the Cold.
It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
This is someone telling... Why? Yeah. Proceed to the cabin.
Oh, she will lie.
She won't be a problem.
Yep. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
It's
cold.
rotten.
A soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only
I will
furniture
always
in
choose
the
to interact with
is an
the
elegant
fucking
antique
mirror, even if
table
it's not going to ever do
with a
anything.
pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade
Wait,
is your
wait.
implement. You'll need it if you want. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
You're not wrong.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Explore, take the blade.
You take the
Explore, approach the mirror.
walk up to the wall next to the basement.
What are you talking about? This is
Wipe the mirror
Reach
clean.
forward and rub your hand.
there was, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not
Man,
even
Cold, you're
important
so
enough to be
boring.
acknowledged.
That's what I get for not talking at all and just killing the lady. There you go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you
Wouldn't you look at that? She is dead.
The form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Correct.
Okay.
She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears.
There's the
from underneath
princess.
the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Thank you. I never understood the point of being scared of a ghost. It's not gotta do anything.
It's you. Hiya, Killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
You're not wrong.
The
I
princess
can't blame you.
drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck. as she
How
circles
cold.
you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing
Ugh.
across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. You know, let's read all these options. Let's just start from the top, actually, because Explorer doesn't end the thing, and it shouldn't close off too many options. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her.
Obviously things are strange. Right now, I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have
How do
seen.
we kill a ghost, Bucko? We can't stab a ghost.
Whatever versions of me you've met.
Maybe
That
you don't
matters.
kill a ghost.
There's no changing what's already happened.
Maybe
have a job
you
to
become
finish.
the ghost.
Finish. How?
Tell yourself
You
to
already
kill
did
the
what you
ghost
told
again.
us. And now she's a ghost. You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you? And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you
Yeah, I
go
don't want
ahead
to. I don't
and
want to
do
go in that
that?
timeless void again. That's very
You're going to
boring.
try and lock us away in a timeless void again. Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis.
That is interesting. What are you doing, not being dead?
I don't feel very bad. But I guess I'm not. Not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real. But it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to. Not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
Fair enough.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we
You're
should
not
throw
wrong,
it out
Voice of the Cold. I like you. You've got your head on your shoulder.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me?
Bones can talk.
Those bones aren't
You hit him with a mallet and it sounds like a xylophone.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
There you go. Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I haven't finished business with you. Or maybe you haven't finished business with me.
Maybe.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
Where's home?
And just where is home, I wonder?
Yep.
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away.
Yep.
Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let
To be
her
frank,
out, which, in
for
case
us, the difference
you're
between the world
listening,
ending
will
and
spell the
killing
end
her
of the
is
entire
nothing.
world.
So we don't really care.
No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored
Goodness.
every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be
He's not
boring
wrong.
anyway. It's more interesting if we make a joint.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Okie dokie. No.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't
Yeah,
need
that
to
would be
explain why
catastrophic.
I can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Maybe.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
I'm interested in that
What
scenario.
would she have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly? You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Can't say I will. I need to think on
Take
this.
your time. I know it's a lot to think about. I'm very good
Some
at
beds
waiting.
for tomorrow.
Stop playing the victim anyways. You threatened me last time.
Yeah, you brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you
You
wanted to
made
say
threats.
stab
You could have been like, please don't stab me.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when the would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have
Too
done that.
little, too late. But we can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
That is a good question.
But we've already been over that. So why don't you stop stalling and let me in? It's so cold out here.
After I killed you this too, Evan, I wanted to say teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing.
It was a very strange experience. Not frightening, just boring.
After
After everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Certainly has,
She doesn't
hero.
mean it.
Of course
It
not.
serves you right. I was pretty scared too when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
Nah.
It sounds like you got exactly what you owed.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even
Dog, I
knowing
swear, if I get
who
another ad telling me about the fucking about 4, I don't give a shit, dog. I don't care about abortion.
Well, you're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me?
I'm not gonna have a.
Question with an
I don't
easy
care
answer.
about abortion.
Nothing.
Have safe
She's a
sex.
ghost.
Don't be retarded.
What? What the fuck? Dude, I'm
Put
streaming,
a
by the way.
condom on.
Adrian, I'm streaming.
My bad, my bad.
That's for you to know. And for you to wonder about.
No, if I got a different ad, it would have been so much worse.
It would have been so much worse, yeah. I told you to tune into the stream.
See?
I wasn't paying attention.
Or maybe
Alright.
you can rip your heart. Who's to say, right?
I don't like the uncertainty here.
I know who not to
Who
trust.
to trust?
Her or the narrator.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought?
I mean, yeah, of course I did.
That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion.
Me when green beans. You're so right. Obviously, it's wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart?
Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she
Are you
wasn't a threat.
victim
It
blaming?
means you did something.
She killed me on multiple timelines.
Threats come in all
This time,
shapes and
I killed
sizes.
her.
A misspoken word could bring about
So
the
you
end
started
of anything
victim
just as
blaming for
much as a
killing
blade or
Okay.
even
She
mere
killed me,
existence of an
and then
idea.
she blamed me for it. This is just bringing the fucking cat back
You were
around.
chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away.
I don't know if you got one of the stories I did, but my first story was just me going fucking hit for hit with her.
Yeah, that's the first one most people get.
Cause she just is like, oh yeah, fucking
Asking someone what
you know,
she's going to do with her
fight.
life.
And I was like, okay. And we proceeded to fight to the death thousands of times.
The frigid air between
It was like
Hilarious.
it was like 3 times.
It happens a lot more times that just not shown.
Mine was only 3 times. Like, that's it.
I don't think most
Like
other
I
people
fucking
could
we
answer
beat the
that
shit out of each
either.
other like twice, and then we just refused death and proceeded to continue running the fade over.
Oh,
and
you
over
didn't
and
take the
over
knife,
again.
did you?
I did.
Oh, then I don't know.
We probably made different choices. That's what led to that.
Yep. Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
You answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, just be letting you out of here, mean the world is going to end.
We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's its home, I think. But that doesn't mean for anything, Dad. I ended, but I also didn't. And you
Yeah,
ended too.
you're an unbelievable case.
And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Let's leave it at that. Can't you just leave on your own if you go through worlds?
But this place won't let me go.
Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
Violence. It's worked.
I don't think you can stab a ghost.
She's a ghost. Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
Common sense. Well, fucking, we said it in time.
There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine. Then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us.
Yep.
I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here. We
Get
could.
sexy for the hose.
It would be something different. I like different. Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to...
God, narrator, we've done this song and dance before. It doesn't mean anything if she walks out of here.
Yes, it is by its very definition bad. But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. But ignoring a problem...
You're correct. Ignoring a problem is not a solution. If you're dead, there is really... I guess I'll get going. Or slay the princess. We'll let her possess us.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Narrator, do you have any better ideas? We can't leave her here. That's not a solution. And we can't kill her because she's a ghost. Yeah.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
Rip Boza.
Can we get a do-over?
No, we're dead.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain.
Man, you really need to get better at controlling a body.
Each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Let me control myself.
Eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yep.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't. Or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's what we are. We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different.
Fuck you, narrator.
More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me die. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty. The
because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
I like the effect at the edge of the screen.
Don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't think straight. There's too much
It's
noise.
okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
You're right.
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one
I
way to
can't
find
say
out.
that. I can't say that. I can't say that.
What were you about to say?
Just know I can't say that on
Weary
stream.
with the weight
Text
of
it to me.
Princess's spectral form, and clumsy with the
I
cold
just want you
that
to
still
know I got
pervades
another
them,
ad talking
stumbled
about the
towards
fucking
the stairs.
new Florida law that they're voting on.
I'm just
Jesus.
trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you
You know, I
leaving
could
this
probably
place is
tell
going
you
to
a little
be.
bit about the ad and you could guess what I was gonna say.
You don't
I don't want to know.
I do.
What?
Yeah,
If
it's
she
for
has
it's
a
for the
home to
better.
go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't
This
end
is
the
a
world?
wild ass shit.
Doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has
The
to be
cold is
somewhere,
correct.
doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
I don't know.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Just realized the table. Oh, the table's on our left because we're going the other way around.
How much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make a
I should have slayed the princess while I had the chance. Once she was inside of my body, I could have just stabbed myself in the chest and we would have both died.
I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will
that really have
continue
killed
to
her?
hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the
Or
weight
just,
of it all.
you know, she still would have been
It's
ghost.
too much for me to do anything other
Hey,
than
you don't know that.
prescribe and dictate. And why? This body
I
wasn't
don't
made
think
to hold you
suicide
and
during
the princess.
possession counts as
If
like
you want to renege
murder.
on your
Okay.
cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago,
What?
well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
No, I don't renege on my deals. I only follow
Continue
through.
slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your
It's a
shaking
crazy
hand
thing
and
to
rest
say.
it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it. Exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it. And then the door
The
groans.
door clearly was not a twist handle. It was clearly like a
ground.
thing.
You and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see. Yes?
You see nothing.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
Yep.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or never being part of it?
You've never been part of the world, that's for sure.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you. You should eat bugs. You're so right.
You actually freed me, didn't we? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it, literally.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
No, it isn't. I know where you're meant to be. That's where you're meant to be. Where's the mirror? You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nope.
There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. We've been here
It
before, and
feels
you always
so
get scared.
bad. You don't need to comfort him.
It's the end for you, but not
I
for
would
me.
have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing
Eat
I've
bugs.
done before
I will.
feels
If I
so
ever get
much
the
worse
opportunity
now.
to eat a bug, I will. Approach the mirror. They both die. Gaze into your reflection. The remains. You've unraveled. Ew, I'm all skeletal and shit. Icky. Find a bug IRL. Oh, no. IRL, there's no bugs. I've killed them all. Long quiet. Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the tow line. You're at the cabin. Approach her. I ate them all already.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Nope. Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
And sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears.
They do not last. No, but that makes them all the more fun.
They do not last.
You think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And
Nothing can't exist. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
this one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that will make for a yearning heart.
She'll make for a yearning heart. Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Okay. You know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. You and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Fair enough. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Oh, so the next one's our last one.
Pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you'd like me to bring them? This is your last stage before your completion. Then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever?
Oh, we've already seen that one.
That box?
Yeah, we've already seen that one.
Always come back to.
That's... Okay.
I
Continue.
see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the mall.
Is there anything you'd like me to bring back?
Gifts or a conversation.
And the thread is fully drawn.
The next time I see you, I will be here.
Everything goes dark and you die. Speaking of which, there are 51 trophies in this game. Because you have to fucking get every single possible ending. A yearning heart. Bring the specter to her. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're here.
Okay, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job.
You make your way up. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade.
We are going to just enter the basement. We're not going to take the blade.
The door, her voice.
Hello?
This don't let it.
Lie. I think it is.
You're here to rescue me?
I see.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
I'll see what I can do.
Only making this small.
Thank you.
You're making no. You're doing the right. Walk up to the chair, large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's some doubtful. Whoever locked.
I'm gonna go and maybe I can at least find some.
I'll be here.
Attempt to make your way. Someone else.
They locked the door.
You make your way to the bottom of the stair. Easier for everyone. Look at the
I
metal.
heard the door slam.
There's
Yep.
a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains.
She barely hesitates.
Yeah,
to
yikes.
insert flesh from her box, or you won't.
Slay the princess.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Fine. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Yep.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Yes, ma'am.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she
She
crouches on
is
all fours
a
like a
fucking
giant
animal.
and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now.
Considering what she did to her arm,
As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with
she
pain as she
rips
you
into us with tooth and claw. Yeah,
Forget
wild
about
animal.
trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your
Slay the
nerves are
princess.
seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment
And
of
the chain
hesitation
is
to
still on
pull
her.
off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Run for the stairs and lock in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. Finish the
You steel
job.
your resolve and to take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Goodness.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
Ugh.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Yikes.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Witch. Now, isn't that interesting?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Okay. She has to come in better.
I can assure you, if he doesn't remember, brilliant. We need to keep our
Voice of the
cards close to our
opportunist.
chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you,
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess.
Voice of the opportunist.
We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Proceed into the cabin. That's weird. That's new. It doesn't normally have an animation for that.
The interior of the cabin
Wacky.
is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is
You're
a
doing one
slab
of my
of mud in the
favorites.
shape of a shelf.
Yeah.
With a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Very
You'll
nice.
need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk. What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin.
Oh, it didn't do
Take
anything
note,
that time.
If we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Yikes.
revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yep.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Yes.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Definitely not.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Correct.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
He's got a
Do
point.
you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
That is also
You
correct.
need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You
Yeah,
descend
little
the
goblin
basement
girl.
steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
You're not
That's
wrong.
fair. How would you know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already
Yeah,
know
we
each
do
other.
know each other. We're pretty well acquainted. Many, many times.
You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp.
How'd you figure that out?
Call it deductive reasoning. Well,
Yep.
you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat
I
it
cannot
up a bit
deny.
first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you or not for killing you. We gotta get you out somehow, right? You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, It scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand. There's a lot of options. Let's start with that one, because that's also true.
Out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they let you murder.
I cannot disagree with
And
that.
you started it.
Look. I'm sorry about last time.
Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Thank you, I am.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. Unless you want to fight, but I don't want to
Just because
fight.
I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want.
That is
The
fair.
cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please. But it insists I stay where I am.
That's fair.
Want to leave? I'm to leave with you. And you alone. I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have
Okay.
gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little, a woman after my own heart, really.
She
knows
does.
how to hold her
Impressive.
cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
If I help you out of here.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't
Just a bit.
worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh,
Okay.
That nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out. You won't be fine, because destruction is in her nature.
Yeah.
If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us
She's
in the back.
probably gonna stab us in the back.
Depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Okay.
Isaac, bye.
Let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within.
I would like to stab you again, don't get me wrong, but I do owe you a favor.
Darling, you're the one that lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Cannot
We're
argue
ours,
there.
She's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking?
Considering what she did last time, yeah.
Not about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more wars.
Oh god, shut up, narrator.
If you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
I'll give you the blade.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no, as do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us.
If she kills us, she's stuck. If she doesn't,
You're going to get everyone killed.
Yep.
You know that, right?
I do know that. We're giving her the
Of
blade.
course you do. You hand the blade to the princess, who quickly snatches it from you, her eyes darting between you and the weapon with a nervous curiosity.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you? What do you think happens now?
That's up to you. That's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it, so now it's your time to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. You're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. I'm gonna say the top one. I gave you the blade because I chose, and I don't like it, so now it's your
Her
choice.
shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What?
Good for me.
No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble. Her smile
Yeah, what do you
fading
gain?
quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Dumbass.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
I told you why.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark.
I'm curious how this route will go. I've never actually seen this route in particular. Chapter 3, The Thorn. That's a new one. I've played this game, and I've seen some people play this game. I've not seen The Thorn before.
She stabbed us.
Voice of the cheated.
The Thorn is one of my favorites. I love it. I also love the voice of the cheated. He is such a real ass dude.
Which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point is that she wasn't supposed
No,
to do that.
break the cycle of violence.
Giving her the blade was to break the cycle
The
of violence, and she just...
voice of the Thorn is just a genuine ass motherfucker.
Yeah, no, we're now back even.
Adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time.
Let's not bring the blade with us.
Change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. What another try exactly?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody give her the blade. I've only ever seen get killed by her, or like go up first, and leave with her, or try and kill her. I mean, it doesn't matter.
We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned.
Yeah, we died twice.
Princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
The woods themselves are changing, and that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've had enough of these annoying little secrets. If you want us to do this, you have to let us in on your game already. Or
He's so real. Yeah, you're right.
I've already said too
The
much.
genuine
The more
ass dude.
information you have, the more difficult.
Yeah, that one's very seen. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do. And you're
Opportunist, why are you trying to, like, brown nose me?
I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that.
Yeah, trust in the plan.
Trust in the plan.
It's four of us versus the narrator.
In what plan? The decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret. And sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
What?
Sure, we'll see what she has to say for herself, but don't forget that whatever she says is likely just as much lies as what he's been telling us. We should keep our cards close to our chest. If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. You should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
You should seem to take the whole looping thing inside. No matter what happens, it seems like all our answers in the cabin. Suddenly proceed to the cabin. Yeah. But screw the cabin. What happens if we just leave?
Out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that's doomed tomorrow is just as bad as a world that's doomed today. I'm not sure I buy that. Everything has to end eventually. If it takes years to get out of there and supposedly end the world, then we've bought everyone that time. And all without having to murder anybody in the process.
You're so right.
She's innocent, but murder is unpleasant and risky. It could
You're...
be a better solution
He's
for
so
everyone.
real. I love him.
To permanently end the threat she poses. You're not here to temporarily postpone it.
Seems
What do you want me
looping
to
thing
say?
is try.
It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for so you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not.
I'd rather you get into it.
Hey, not even he really seems to get what's going on. If the guy who goes around acting like he knows all the rules doesn't even know how this works, what's the point in listening? Then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. Sounds like you've probably doomed.
No, we killed her in the first one. We both died together. And the second one, she killed us. Oh, wrong button.
I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Let's just go to the cabin. All of our answers are there.
It isn't long
Oof.
before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. What about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters.
Okie dokie.
You know
I will be
what to do.
right back.
walls.
Okay. Sorry I took so long to come back. I'm back, though. Let's see. Proceed to the cabin, to the tow line.
The interior of the cabin
Whoa.
is hardly an interior at
Wacky.
all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait.
There's no blade.
There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well,
she
it's
could.
not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon.
That's a smart thing to do.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
Well, yeah. How do I even get down there? The only thing I see is that
You're
mirror.
right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go.
What I like about the mirror is that it's the only thing that's, like, solid, texture-wise. Everything else shifts just a bit.
I still don't get his angle here. Seems like whatever we do, he's always going to say it isn't there. He's either a liar, or he doesn't hold all the cards. I think we already knew it had to be one of those.
Well, yeah.
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Nope.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
went away when we touched it last time. Not that this place always follows the same rules. You
Wipe the
reach
mirror
forward
clean.
and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Yeah.
Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Into the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of
thorns.
ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished.
Ooh.
Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage.
Yep.
Your voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know either. I want to figure out a way out of here for good.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You're right. You can't. See do the toe line.
Basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and
Oh Jesus, you okay, girlie?
The space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No, I'm really not. You didn't have to kill me. Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. Guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice life. And I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me.
God hits me with a hollow purple.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go.
Of course it is.
You hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Yep, we're even. Is there nothing I could say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
Good question.
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. But it does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse. We're not making things worse.
I really don't.
She wants to trust us.
Maybe it's time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going
And you
right
can't
to the
swing on
end.
me. You have no fucking motion.
But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin.
leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. We damned! She really gave it to us. It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it.
Well, we could kill her,
Free her, obviously.
but the voice of the hero
It's
is
right thing
correct.
to do. I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him.
You're so real, voice of the cheated.
Or, hear me out. We slay her right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that,
Why would we do that? What do we gain?
sounds like a splendid idea. We should listen to him. We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
You don't count,
You
narrator.
don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
You're always a fool to hand your life to another. But
Yes. What
I
a
will.
good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my success.
At least you're on
Yeah,
our side
that's
no matter what
Far
happens.
back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while.
You're so real, cheated.
See?
You're just
We're
like me.
friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united.
The cheated is my
But the other one
favorite.
has a
I love
point.
that guy.
If he
He's
keeps
so
you
fucking
quiet,
silly.
I like the hero. The hero is me, and also not quite me. It's great.
Take the blade to the thorny vines
Doug,
imprisoning the princess.
the cheated
and
is
she
just
flinches,
like me, bro.
relaxing only slightly
The
as
cheated
blade
is me
slices
for
through
real,
though.
vegetation rather than her
He's
own.
just like me.
And she
For
flinches
real.
again as the last
For
of the
real.
vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. You're not going to do that, are you? Still.
It's weird how the vines, the thorns, they bleed.
Is that really all you've got? Threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you.
I honestly
Our
did expect
blade
more
didn't
too.
even waver when he said that.
When I
Yeah,
bleed,
you're
I
right. He's a
come.
bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Shut up, opportunist.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this.
Shut up,
I
narrator.
hate you.
Good.
You actually meant
So many
it.
things of like the
You
fucking the
rescued
witch
me.
and the thorns. It's so cute.
I just really hate the people who put us here.
Me too.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously
The fuck is
allowed you
P.F. Chang?
downstairs are now blocking your only way
That
out.
has to be
You're
racist.
desperate, aren't
That
you?
has to be
Even
racist.
more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop
There's
us.
no shot.
We cut through those other
They just had
vines
the
fine.
whitest
They're
girl
only
ever
thorns.
just go
I'm not
introduce
afraid
me,
of getting
like
a few
trying
scrapes.
to introduce me to
I'm not even
Chinese
sure
food.
we need to do
That
any
has to
cutting.
be
We can just
racist.
move them out of the way.
Yeah, honestly, opportunist, you're right. He is
A
pathetic.
few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
But
Let's cut into the thorns.
As you swing your blade into the thorns
Yeah, so,
covering the basement
there you go,
stairs, they yield.
Of course they
You
do.
and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost, and we've bested you at your own game at last.
Cheated, you're so fucking real.
What happens now? That's all I've wanted. The princess hesitates at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Yep. Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going?
That is a great question.
Why is it so cold?
Thank you, her. And everything fades. You did not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? There's that.
You always get
It feels
scared.
so bad. It's kind of. They think it's bad. I'm with them.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. So, this is all going to work out? Fine.
No.
We're going places.
You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection, silence, they're gone as always. You're nothing at all. But that isn't right, you can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. a corvid. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
You're the narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. And we'll start from the top. You're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Few. What are you? Are you something like me?
I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself, for all of this hubris?
People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many questions for you.
Ask them and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
I don't feel pain. Not physically.
I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
The point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
So you do know about the looping. So many times I met you and you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them that you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to think what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Of course I do. As a final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. A cautious heart. Bring the thorn to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Goodness. There she is.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Yep.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite.
Trying to bring the background
There is
sorta
nothing
into
to
focus
resolve,
again.
Nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot watch that violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten me, then so be it.
Oh dear.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both. But compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Explore. Address this vessel's statement directly. If I had known what you really were, I wouldn't have been so quick to free you. Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
Shiver passes through me as unseen fingers dance across your skin. I remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Without redemption, there could be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Correct. I hated this one.
Everyone lost gas sensation at once, but in the end, we reflected it back. For a brief moment, both of us were ever
Version of us across reality, not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then I went on, the world doesn't need you. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. I won't engage with the violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how to stop.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
Your little ray drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Mike.
But that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen? I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new. Somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be.
Golly.
We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
I remember the moment of my victory. As soon as you entered my domain, I destroyed you.
Death is a fantasy. Only those who lack perspective see it as anything other than transformation. You cannot destroy me.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I have to fight for the better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you be. What's up?
You gotta turn on your lights.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie, we're back. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Truth is a facsimile.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
That seems about right. I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help if that voices weren't allowed here? I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Okay. Heading in detail every single step of the path.
Don't think any of the others have forgotten what you said at the mirror. They all talked, and they're not happy. But we can discuss that later. We have a job. Do you need...
I like that for old time's sake. Just me and you? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yep. If the office still stands, could you describe the cabin for me, for old time's sake?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here.
I would like to know what happened to the
Whatever
narrator.
it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Good riddance. I don't actually know how I feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he put it through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he? And well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, you're going to need that blade.
Yep. Take the blade.
It's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Into the basement.
The stairs.
Get a god and like
Do you remember the first time we were here?
Spoiler.
The first time
Yep.
we heard her voice.
Have
Fucking
you figured
tingle
out what you
orb.
want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we
Continue down
go.
the stairs.
We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Of course. Sit with her. I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that?
That's not what I want.
Sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? If the people out there, if you continue to exist, don't they continue to suffer and die? I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. We're talking about this right now. How do we know we haven't done this before? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? Take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. It's too late to go back to being a god. Let's do it. I believe in us. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
If we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Would resetting it do anything to help
Fixing
them?
that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
How do we know we haven't done this
I don't
before?
think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if I make my way back here? I'm different and I hurt you. What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We have to decide to do this every single time. Forever, eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Is there any other way?
I brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences,
won't.
I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
Gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
A metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
Here.
The path and the woods outside are empty canvas, but there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel the sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. It rips back. Is that a star? And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world. Hey, this stubborn.
You could taunt us with death. We never left. We've just been quiet, hiding somewhere else. But we don't need to be quiet any longer. We're the house now. We get to make the rules. And I'm not sure you'll like those new rules. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Slaying our beloved and threatening us with damnation. There's no good ending for you. You all need to lighten up. Telling us we were going to die was funny. I'm not sure they agree with you. Voices get around. Knives out, boys.
Oh dear. A new and unending dawn, and everyone hates you. Slay the Princess, the pristine cut, created by Tony Howard Arias and Abby Howard. Written and directed by the same guy, illustrated, animated, and edited, and additional writing by the woman. Music composed by Brandon Boone, the Princess Nicole Goodnight. Voices in Your Head, Jonathan Sims, sound design Phil Malenke. And it was published with a lot of people. I need to end because I have dinner downstairs and I want to go eat. Our song. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. The full story, you also unlock the gallery. You can see it across the main game and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that'll help you. Oh, cool. Memories. Yeah. Look at that. There's so many options. The end of everything, the spaces between the hero and the princess. Cool. The adversary and the eye of the needle. Okay. This has been Slay the Princess. I'll probably play more of it on my own time and, get more endings, but that was it for now. Thank you for watching, those of you who did, and good night.